Hello, Rauf. So let's take a look at your new essays today. Changing jobs, reasons, and do the benefits outweigh the disadvantages. Let's see what you said. The issue of whether an increasing job change trend has beneficial implications or if right here, it affects people's career negatively has grown in importance over the last decade. I am a strong advocate of the beneficial impact of this development, and this essay will argue its advantages and reasons during using examples from the USA and WTO to demonstrate points and prove arguments. Okay, lovely. It should not be forgotten that quitting jobs in search of new opportunities has increased since the advent of globalization. The central reason behind this is twofold. Firstly, work culture can sometimes be so strictly conventional that it makes it inevitable for innovative employees to quit. Back this up. Explain it. Okay? I mean, why? Give me more information. All right? You've given me one main idea, and then you go on to your secondly. Okay. Secondly, a stagnant salary results in leaving workplaces because the developing world demands an increase in income over time, to afford improving expenses. Not improving, but increasing expenses, or growing expenses, since you already wrote increase here. For example, recent empirical research by the USA government just demonstrated that 90% of all job change determinants are wage stagnation and ideologies and principles of the organization. Okay. Therefore, it is conclusively clear that there is a strong case to declare the above-mentioned reasons as the main causes for leaving the job. Alrighty. So, although there is a case for the detrimental impacts of job change, okay, its advantages cannot be overstated. This is largely because it is an undeniable boost for fast career development and even for professional improvement. For example, an extensive study by the WTO showed that over 90% of prosperous managers were employed by at least 5 companies during their life. Consistent with this line of thinking is that if an employee decides to change his workplace, then he will consider a higher occupation and substantial wage. Thus, it is possible to state beyond doubt that changing work plays a positive role in career development. All right, let's see. What are the reasons? All right, you gave me the reasons, and then here, do the benefits outweigh the disadvantages? Okay, now, here it seems like you definitely say that the benefits do outweigh the disadvantages. There's one problem. You didn't mention any disadvantages. All you said is that there are detrimental impacts, but you never told me what they are. So when it asks you, do the benefits of this outweigh the disadvantages, it kind of makes sense that you have to at least say what, well, maybe one of them is, right? So, I mean, there are lots of ways to do this successfully in a paragraph. You could have said one such, when you said there's a detrimental impact of job change, and you could say what that is, like perhaps instability, perhaps insecurity, because, you change jobs, you don't know what you're going to find, it's a risk, you don't know, who your colleagues are going to be, you don't know if perhaps the employer is, difficult or demanding, so you do take a risk when you do this. Despite these issues, however, the benefits outweigh the disadvantages because X, Y, Z, all these things you said, all right? That was one way you could have done this. Okay, so from the arguments and examples given, I firmly believe that leaving a job in order to start another one is a positive trend in the fast emerging world. It is predicted that a willingness to move to superior organizations, plural, will increasingly grow in importance. All right, it's lovely on the whole, Rauf. Really, it's a nice essay. You did a lot of nice things. The grammar was really quite nice. If anything, it was just that little issue regarding your development. Okay, so it's a task response thing, if anything, but it was really nicely done. So let's take a look now at your second task. Okay, and now we'll look at your cover letter. Let's see. Okay, several things you need to talk about. Let's see what you did. Dear Sir or Madam, I'm writing you to express my interest in the vacancy of Assets and Liabilities Manager. Firstly, I would like to enlighten my intention to be part of your developing team, which is the fast emerging bank in Azerbaijan. This is not really my favorite expression here, okay? I would like to express my intention, not really enlighten. Okay, for the last few years, your bank services have grown in importance, and this is what amazed me to join your channel. Not really, this is what motivated me. Okay, and now here, I would like you to tell me why. I mean, why? Because remember, you're supposed to show some enthusiasm, right? So this is one place where you could have done that. I am sure my resume that I enclosed in this letter will fascinate you. All right, well, careful with this kind of language. You do have to have the right tone, so you don't want to sound like, I don't know, it's a little over the top. A good way of expressing what you're trying to say here is, I have my skills, or you could have said, my skills and background are well suited to this position. Or I have skills and experience that make me the ideal candidate for this position. All right, those are some ways you could have expressed this. So that is to say, I am an experienced ALM professional with 5 years experience in Lloyd Bank, and I have worked for 2 years for the Capital Group Investment Company as a customer advisor. In addition, I would like to underline that I am a CFA holder and possess CTP qualification certificate as well. I am eager to join your treasured team and to display my knowledge and experience in the financial sector. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Yours faithfully. No, you don't need to leave a space after this. So, yeah, you did this. Well, not really. You didn't mention anything about your degrees, did you? Oh, okay, yeah, you did. CFA holder, CTP, fine. So, yes, yes to number 3. For 2, that for me was a little weak. I think you should have said a little more. You know, you could have said something you knew about the company and how you know that it's the perfect fit for you. You know a lot about the corporate culture, and you know that it's exactly the kind of place you want to work for. You could say something that you know that they have a very I don't know, there's a word for it, like a flat kind of hierarchy, and you know that that's the kind of place where you really thrive. And so you could have just said something that you know about the company and why you want to work there so much. Something about maybe some processes they do that are really innovative and that you would love to be a part of it, maybe spearhead new things. So all these kinds of things are things that we say to show our enthusiasm. All right? So that for me was the biggest problem. Other than that, it was nice. It was very lovely. Okay, so now what you need to do is correct these, add to your error correction list, and then obviously your next essays, okay? We're waiting for them, so I'll let you get to it. Good luck on your next essays.